Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Pharma Focus. I hope you guys are doing really great. And I'm back with another video. The video is going to be about the orphan drugs, and we would be exploring about the overview of what orphan drugs are, some of its examples, and a website where we would be looking at the orphan drug. All right. So, firstly, let's talk about the foundation of why orphan drugs are there into existence. So, what qualifies as a rare disease? So, this is the term explained or defined by US Orphan Drug Act, and I have taken the material from the USFDA website only as a reference to make you guys understand about what an orphan drug is. So we have two criteria here. The very first one is that it affects fewer than 200,000 persons in US, then it classifies as a rare disease. Secondly, if it affects 200,000 or more persons in US, but there is no reasonable expectation that the cost of developing and marketing a drug for it will be recovered from the sales in US. So these are the two criteria that classify a particular disease as a rare disease. By the term rare, we mean something that is not frequently present. So these are the two criteria which qualify the disease as the rare disease. And next, we are going to talk about the solution to it, which is what is an orphan drug. So, an orphan drug is a drug or a biological product that's specifically developed for the prevention, diagnosis, or treatment of a rare disease as defined by the criteria on the previous slide. So, we discussed about what a rare disease is. Now, I'm discussing about what an orphan drug is. So, orphan drug is any kind of drug that is specifically developed in regard to the rare disease for its prevention, diagnosis, or treatment. So that's how we define an orphan drug. So from definition to diagnosis, a look at key orphan drugs. Again, the presentation I've created here is by Notebook LM, but I have used my own text to convert this into a presentation. So now we are looking at various examples here. We have genetic and neuromuscular disorders listed here and the drug for it as well, the orphan drug which we categorize for a rare disease. So we have cystic fibrosis for which we have two drugs listed here, which is Kelideco or Orkambi. Then we have spinal muscular atrophy, Spinraza. Then we have neurofibromatosis type 1, Koselugo, and likewise this is Duchenne muscular dystrophy, Elevidis. I may be pronouncing one of them as wrong, but yeah, these are some examples of orphan drugs along with the rare disease. So now we are discussing about the key traits of modern orphan drugs. So there are two defining characteristics that are shaping the future of the medicine for rare disease. We are talking about 2 points. First one is the precision targeting. So just by the word, it states that we are precisely targeting some root cause of the disease here, right? So these orphan drugs, they are designed to target the root cause of a disease, such as specific genetic mutations or molecular pathways, and we have examples listed here as well for that. Another insight is pioneering science. So the newest orphan drugs, they represent the frontier of medical innovation, and this includes advanced high-cost gene therapies that offer hope for previously untreatable conditions. So yeah, the development of these new orphan drugs, they are uh, a kind of a limelight for the medical innovation because they are targeting and they are for the prevention, treatment, or diagnosis of the untreatable conditions, the previously untreatable conditions. We are treating with the help of these modern orphan drugs. So now in the video going forward, I would be sharing with you two of these sections for USFDA and for Orphanet. We'll look at those sections for how we can study about the orphan drugs and explore them. So keep watching. So hi everyone. Now let's explore these two websites, which is the very first one from US FDA. So as you can see on my screen already, search orphan drug designations and approvals. So this is developing products for rare disease and conditions, which is the orphan drugs that we already discussed. So as I discussed in the video before, let's search for a product name that we discussed there. For example, I'm searching here Orkambi. So I'll be running, since I'm not having the name of sponsor or designation or anything. So I have kept the search results as all designations, and we need to run search here. So orphan drug designation, we have it for the treatment of cystic fibrosis, and we can check the designation status, that is, it is designated and approved. We have two things listed here, the generic name Lumacaftor and Ivacaftor. So yeah, you can go into the details of this just by clicking on it. You'll get the generic name, the trade name, the date it was designated, and the other details about that particular orphan drug. So you can check it from here. Apart from that, we discussed about USFDA. Now let's discuss the another website here, which is orpha.net. So this also gives you an overview of the insight of the inventory of the orphan drugs, and we have various sections here. You can explore one of them if you like, but I'm going to talk about the inventory of orphan drugs. So we need to search for an orphan drug. We can select any disease name. So as we already discussed about it, let's search for cystic fibrosis. So we have various options here. I'm selecting the second one. Again, I'm clicking on search and will yield you various options. So yes, we have 4 results here. So we will be exploring this one. The first one, simple cystic fibrosis. So once I click on this, I get various results, 138 specific results for the cystic fibrosis, orphan drugs that are there for it, marketing authorization with orphan designation, without orphan designation, and a lot more. We have a detailed list of the orphan drugs present here. Again, if you want to explore one of them, you can click on one of them, and like I've selected here Caftrio, so you can check for any kind of details you wish to check for that particular orphan drug from here. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you guys find this information useful, and I would say even if you are not someone who is working on rare disease or orphan drugs, it is really great to know different things, as it helps you with upgrading your knowledge. So yeah, do check this out about the orphan drugs and the rare disease. I hope you will like the video and keep watching. Thank you so much.